Hello and welcome to episode 54 of the Footy with Fletch podcast. In this episode, I'm joined by Gold Coast Suns AFLW player, Kiara Bischa. She was selected with pick 50 in the 2023 AFLW draft. Hello, Kiara. Thanks for joining me. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. Tell me a little bit about your footy journey. How did you sort of first get involved with footy?
Yeah, so I've pretty much grown up with footy my whole life. So my mum's from Victoria, so she's come from a really big footy family. But both my brothers, I have two older brothers, so they started playing footy when they were like six. And I didn't quite start playing footy till I was 10. But I've always just kind of been around the footy club with a footy in my hands, kicking the footy since I was young. And then, yeah, started playing footy when I was 10. And then the following year, played my first year of girls' footy because the first year was with the boys because there wasn't any girls' teams. And then, yeah, kind of just progressed through there, through the Burleigh Bombers, and then got to the Quaffle for Bond University. And then, yeah, now I'm here.
And what was it like the first season, I guess, playing with the boys team?
Yeah, it was definitely a bit daunting. Being the only girl, I was the only girl in the team, so playing with a bunch of boys, definitely nerve-wracking. But no, it was just good fun. Loved footy, so it was definitely exciting the following year when I got to play with the girls. So yeah.
And obviously, Queensland is sort of, I guess, known as a bit of a rugby state. Do you think it helped having a family that was a footy family, so you went down the footy path rather than, I guess, playing rugby?
Yeah, I think so. I think, well, actually, since mum came from Victoria, being footy family, my dad was actually rugby when he first met my mum. So mum kind of converted him to AFL. But yeah, I think it definitely helped having a footy family.
And you played your junior footy with the Burleigh Bombers. What were some of your highlights from your junior footy journey?
I think honestly, just like all the friends I've made. I was quite fortunate with the group of girls that I was with. We got to basically play all the way from under 13s to 17s, all the way through together. So that was quite special and definitely made some friends for life through junior footy. And we fortunately got to win a few premierships throughout junior footy too. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
And obviously, winning premierships is the ultimate success. What was that sort of like to experience premierships so early on?
Yeah, it was so special. Like not everyone grows up playing footy, getting to play in a grand final, let alone win one. So it was pretty special to win a few with the girls. But yeah.
And you were also involved with the Gold Coast Suns Academy. How did that sort of come about for you?
Yeah, I think it was about 12 or 13 when I first joined the Suns Academy. Because it was quite new. It was only I was thinking of this the other day. I think it was only just a summer program at first. So just went for a few weeks, nothing too big. And then got chosen for that. I think it was through junior footy. They kind of picked girls through junior footy, and I think the club, like junior clubs, also nominated as well. But yeah, kind of just progressed through the academy throughout the years.
What were some of the biggest highlights from being involved with that?
Yeah, I think um once again, like just some of the friends I've made as well, because you had just girls coming from all different clubs playing for the Suns Academy. So got to meet a whole bunch of different girls and play some pretty awesome footy over the years. So and it was very exciting.
And an individual highlight would probably be that you were named the Suns Academy Player of the Year winner in 2023 for the women's program. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, it was quite a special moment. Very proud moment for myself and my family. With all like the hard work I've put over the years. Would have been 6 years in the academy. To that point. So all those years of hard work paying off, and it was quite special to be recognised for that.
And you played with Bond University in the AFLW. What was that sort of like for you as well?
Yeah, it was very cool. I got to, it was my first time playing I guess like senior women's footy. So first time having a go with bigger bodies and older women. So it was definitely a good learning experience, and such a great club to do it at too. Like all the girls there are just lovely, and the culture there is just amazing.
And they won the premiership last year, Bond University. It was their inaugural premiership as well. What was that sort of like to be a part of?
Yeah, that was a really special moment for everyone at the club. So like you said, first premiership they've won in the senior women's, but for the senior women's to win the premiership and then also have the reserves to win as well was quite special to be a part of that team. And yeah.
And ironically as well, the Bond University, they're playing in the Quaffle AFLW Grand Final tomorrow. What does that, I guess, sort of mean as well to still see the club have that continued success?
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see. I'll be heading down tomorrow to go watch them. So pretty excited for that. But it's so cool to see them still thriving in the competition and doing well.
And what do you think were some of the biggest things that you learnt from your footy journey last year in particular?
I think probably just that I could play at that level of footy. It was so Queensland was the first time I guess I besides academy was playing like representative football. So I think for me, like that I was able to play at that level, and just having the confidence and belief in myself that I could actually like reach the AFLW.
And when playing for Queensland, you played 3 games, averaging 8.7 disposals, 4 tackles, and 1.3 marks per game. How did you find playing for Queensland in the AFLW Under 18 National Championships?
Yeah, it was awesome. To with a bunch of girls too. They were all an amazing bunch of girls. And it was just a quite exciting time. I was very happy with how I played and how I performed. But it was quite exciting.
And I guess the pressure that comes with being involved with that, you mentioned the excitement. How was all of that to sort of take in?
Yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking. So like our first game was against SA and at Adelaide Oval. So that was a cool experience, but I remember being so nervous before the game. But it definitely as we went on, definitely helped with my nerves in those type of environments and things like that.
And what was it like to play on the Adelaide Oval? It must have been a great thrill.
Oh, it was so cool. We were like a curtain raiser to, I think it was Adelaide in GWS maybe. So towards the end of our game, the crowd kind of started turning up. Weren't cheering for us, of course, but it was still pretty cool, the atmosphere that was starting to build.
And what was, I guess, the moment last year where you sort of realised I'm a chance at getting drafted to the next level?
Yeah, it would have only really been, I guess, maybe when I got selected for Queensland, and that I was like, okay, I have the opportunity to really make a name for myself and give myself the best chance of getting drafted. And then it was probably after Queensland where I was like, wow, I have a real shot here of actually getting drafted. But yeah, it was kind of like all before that I was really thinking like, do I even have a chance at getting drafted? But yeah, it changed within like 3 months or something. So it was pretty cool.
And you were also named as part of the under 18 All Australian team last year. What was that like for you as well?
Yeah, that very very awesome achievement. Was very proud of myself. I was after the nationals, I was like kind of forgot about it, and then I was like, oh, I might have a chance here, but wasn't really fully expecting it. So to be able to be named in that squad was pretty special.
And how were your nerves heading into the AFLW draft night, and what did your night sort of look like?
Yeah, so I did receive a call a few weeks before from the Suns that they were going to draft me on the night. So that definitely eased the nerves a lot. But I was still so nervous going into the night. But we actually had it at the Burleigh Bombers Sports Club. So Sienna and I were both there, and it was pretty cool to just have it at the place that I guess where it all started for me in my footy journey, and to be surrounded by friends and family. So it was a really special night.
We'll get into your friendship with Sienna a little bit later, but what did it mean to you to be selected by the Gold Coast Suns with pick 50 last year and to know that you were going to play AFLW footy?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal hearing my name get called out on the night. Was definitely pinching myself after like, wow, I'm actually drafted to the Suns now, especially being the club I've grown up supporting. Um, so it was pretty special. Sometimes when I walk into the club, I still pinch myself and be like, wow, I'm actually made it to this level.
And you mentioned Sienna, you've been drafted to the Suns alongside your fellow Burleigh Bombers junior player and good friend Sienna McMullen. What was that like for you and what does that mean to you?
Yeah, pretty special moment for the both of us. Sierra and I have been playing footy with each other for a few years now, so we got our names called out on the draft one after the other. So that was a pretty special moment. But to be able to continue playing footy with her at the highest level with one of my best friends is pretty special.
And after getting drafted, sort of, I guess, in the off season before pre-season started, you spent some time overseas in Canada. What was that trip like and how did that sort of all come about?
Yeah, so I did go to Canada in the off season over the Christmas period. So it was for about 2 weeks. But the main reason was my brother's living there at the moment. So went over to see him for Christmas, which was pretty cool because it was a bucket list item for my family and I to go experience a white Christmas. But we weren't quite sure if it was going to snow or not because leading up towards Christmas, it just wasn't snowing. And we're like, oh, are we going to get our white Christmas? But woke up Christmas morning, it was fully snowing. So that was pretty special and very memorable moment.
That is a fantastic story. What was it sort of like, I guess, to keep your fitness up while you were over there? And did you do any training or was it just sort of time to unwind and relax?
Um, Definitely quite difficult to keep training over there. It was definitely more time to unwind and relax. But the hotel we were staying at did have a very tiny gym, so I could get a little bit done. In terms of running and things like that, not so much. But did actually go snowboarding there and didn't realize how actually physically hard snowboarding is. So that definitely did keep some fitness up too.
Well, you're doing better than me. I would never be able to snowboard, that's for
Yeah.
sure. How have you, I guess, found your first AFLW pre-season and what has that sort of been like?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's definitely been a very challenging one. Haven't done this much running before, so it's been really good. But it's been so exciting, and it's been very like cool to see how much I've improved since the start of preseason to now, in just like my fitness and honestly every aspect of my football too.
And you sort of mentioned the running. What were some of the other, I guess, challenging parts of pre-season footy?
I think also just getting used to the pace of how fast the ball moves around the field. I think that was definitely another difficult part to get used to.
And was there any particular play that took you under their wing early on in your time at the Gold Coast Suns?
Ooh, I don't know if I have one specific person. Like honestly, I could just say everyone has. Like they've all been so helpful and welcoming me to the club. So I don't think I could actually say one person. Everyone has.
Do you have any particular goals for the upcoming season?
Yeah, definitely. The main goal, definitely to debut. That would be pretty special. But I think the other thing is to just also just play some consistent footy, just keep having belief in myself, and things like that to just keep going at it. But yeah, they're probably the two main ones.
And the season's not far away at all. It's just over a week away for the Gold Coast Suns. How does the next week sort of look like for you as a player?
Yeah, so it won't be too much different from what preseason has been like. The load will definitely be a little bit less, but pretty much the same way we go about it in preseason. But we're definitely all excited for just games to start.
And for some people who don't know, how many days per week are you, I guess, in at the club and training and in the gym, having team meetings, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so we're in the club about 4 times a week, and that's basically from 7 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. And in those days is training and gym and meetings are all included in those days.
And has there been a particular aspect of, I guess, pre-season or since becoming an AFLW player that sort of surprised you a little bit?
I don't think surprised me. I think I guess definitely I knew it was going to be a lot of hard work and long days, but I think definitely um just how much like training and everything is. Like I knew it was going to be a lot, but maybe definitely didn't quite realize how much it was going to be.
And what position can we expect to see you play throughout the upcoming season if you do make your debut?
Yeah, definitely will be playing in the back line. Um, been throughout the preseason, been kind of put everywhere throughout the back line. Probably more back pocket. But yeah, in the back line is where I am at.
How would you describe yourself as a player for those who might not be sure how you, I guess, play?
Yeah, I think someone who's very competitive, someone who just really loves their footy and is just looking to improve every day, just not only in footy but as a person as well.
And what has been, I guess, the most exciting thing about pre-season so far? Has there been a particular moment that's really stood out to you?
I think probably just the same thing I said before, just how much improvement I've made as a player. Like just thinking like this is only preseason. Imagine by the end of season of where I could be at is just really exciting.
And the Gold Coast Suns start their AFLW season against the Saints next Saturday. What are you looking forward to, I guess, the challenge of playing the Saints as a side?
Yeah, I think we're all just like really excited and looking forward to the season actually starting and playing against the Saints as well, who would definitely be a good side to go up against. But I think we're just all really excited to, put what we've been working on in the preseason to test in our games.
And there's going to be 11 matches across 10 weeks with a condensed part of the fixture. What do you sort of make of that aspect of the 2024 AFLW season?
Yeah, it's definitely will be interesting. New to all our skills and all the clubs as well. So yeah, like I said, definitely will be interesting, but I think we'll be prepared.
Do you have any pre-game superstitions that you undertake before a game?
No, I actually don't. I think it's probably better for me because I think I'd probably be a bit stressed if my had a superstition and then it wasn't quite working out on the day. So I think I'd rather not have one.
And you're regarded as a player that has a clean pair of hands. You're ultra competitive. How do you think those attributes sort of help your style of footy?
Yeah, I think they help quite a lot, just to be able to compete in contests and win or halve a contest.
And there's, I guess, outside of footy, you want to be a forensic scientist in the police force beyond footy. How did that interest sort of come about for you?
Yeah, so through the senior school of high school, I did legal studies, and one of the topics was forensic science. And then, yeah, since then, I've kind of just loved the thought of doing that as a career one day. And so, yeah, now I'm actually studying at Griffith University doing criminology and criminal justice with forensic science. So first year of that, and I'm just loving it so far.
What has, I guess, sort of been some of the highlights of doing that course as well?
I think probably all the different avenues actually of all the different types of jobs you can go. So I like you said before, I'm looking to go more down a police route, but even just all the different options within the police and even going to the fireys, or there's also the military as well. Just I actually didn't even realize how many options there are. So yeah, that's quite exciting.
Do you have a particular motto that you live by when you're out on the footy field?
I wouldn't say motto. I do have every game I go in with three focuses. So whether it's just things I need to improve on or things I just want to keep doing during the game. So just really helps me to stay focused and not overthink things.
And who would be your favourite non-AFL professional sports team if you have one?
Ooh, that's a hard one. See, I love sports, so I will watch any Australian sport, American sport, like NFL, NBA, ice hockey, or like racing, even like supercars or Formula One. I just love sport altogether. But if I had to choose one, ooh, I don't know. I think at the moment I'm really loving I guess McLaren in the Formula One. I've got the Aussie Oscar Piastri in it, so really love enjoying watching that at the moment.
A great team, and Oscar Piastri's doing fantastic at the moment. Who would be your favourite teammate of the Suns so far? Is there anyone in particular?
Ooh, I don't know if I can name a favorite. I've like just get along with everyone and everyone's just been amazing so far. So I think I just have to say everyone. Everyone's been great.
Well, thank you so much, Kiara, for joining me today, and all the best of luck for the upcoming season.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for having me, Fletch.